Good morning. Relax and paint with Donna Dewberry. Today I'm going to do something really fun, and I want you to think about waking up or the end of the day in the evening and watching the sun come down or the sun come up, and all the palm trees and the foliage around you are silhouetted. Okay, so I will like these little lessons to be something kind of fun, sometimes unique, sometimes new strokes, something that would inspire you to bless your day. So I am doing a little 8 by 10 canvas today, little, and I want you to see how fun this is. And I think that it will brush up your skills on using a rake brush. And you can always get those at onestroke.com. They're very inexpensive. I think they're around $4. And it does a wealth of amazing technique. Okay, so we're going to use my painter sponge. Painter sponge that comes in a set of two, a bigger one and a smaller one. And a rake brush is almost all we're going to use. Oh, a dauber, a big wooden dauber. So that's going to be your sun, all right? Or your moon, whatever. So you could do either one. Kids love this. And if you're stuck at home with this virus and not able to get out, then with the coronavirus, I'd like to say, because years later you might be watching this saying, what is she talking about? Take a deep breath and sit and relax while you're watching me this morning. And maybe this is something you can think about all day and decide to take an hour for yourself. Won't even take that long, but sit down and just do something fun. This design doesn't have to be on a canvas. It can be on Bristol board. It can be poster board. It can be whatever, but just experience it. I've done it on glass bottles. I've done it on a lot of fun things. All right, so let's start painting. We're using multi-surface, FolkArt multi-surface paint, so that you can paint it on any surface and just a few colors. But when I'm doing the sunset or, sunrise, you can use any colors. Sometimes the sunset is got more bright colors. And so I've done this with a whole group of children, 20-something children, and where we live is in the middle of the state of Florida. And they said, Miss Donna, those are like over the lake that we see at nighttime. So there's all kinds of pinks and purples. And when I let them pick out whatever color, they had so much fun. All right, so let's go down to the canvas. So we're going to do the overhead camera and get ready. And here we go. Thank you for joining me each week. I hope that you come back for more. So here we go. We are going to go to the overhead camera and come down to see the colors we're going to be using. Okay, so I've got magenta. So here's the multi-surface. Okay, and oh, I got black all over me, sorry. And it shows you all the multiple wood, metal, ceramic, indoor, outdoor. All right, so we have magenta and we have daffodil yellow. I use cobalt and I have licorice and wicker white. And we might even pick up another color along the path here. But those are the first ones we're going to do. Now I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to lightly dampen my sponge. And I'm going to start with some of the lighter colors. Now I have to have a horizon. So kind of I can decide like right in here. Oops, this pencil's not even right. So I can decide along here is the horizon. All right. So we're going to take the sponge first. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of white with a little bit of yellow. And I'm going to come right down here on this horizon. You see this? Pick up a little bit more white. I want it to get lighter as it goes. Okay, as it's coming up. I hit this on the paper towel a little bit, take off some of the yellow. Okay. Then I can get a little bit of pink and white. You streak it, see the little streaks? And I want to get a little darker. Okay, We have some really bright pink in ours. All right. So then I'm going to go from that to the blue. And you know what? This is just a canvas board. So you can get a wrap canvas and not have to frame it. And those, you can put a push pin into your wall and just hang it, just that easy. Okay, so see how the pink is in the blue, right? Now, what I want to do is turn this around, okay? Now, this part will blend and to the pink instead of having a straight line. So, doesn't that look easy? I'm going to come right in here, push down in the middle, and go back and forth to blend this color. All right, so I might want to even put up some white in here. All right, so it gives us a little bit more. I'm going to put a little bit more white and a little bit of pink. Okay, so let's take that and blend it up. Now, I don't want you to starve it. It should feel like butter when you're working it on here. You can put yellow and pink together. Look how pretty that is. See, you have to be careful. You start getting some orange colors here. Now, I can get my medium. My medium will help me get a little bit better movement because it's looking a little dry and we don't want water. This is the fluff that's inside paint with no pigment in it. So it just makes it move. If you use water, it gets muddy. All right. So what I don't want is I don't want mud here. So I'm just going to kind of leave that alone. I can come in here with some white and bring this white back in here. Okay, so now we're going to pick out blue and white, and we're going to come down here into the water. Now, I don't know where my palms and where my foliage is going to be, so I'm going to go all the way across. Even if I'm going to put licorice across over on the sides, I'm going to go all the way across. Now, you see I never cleaned my sponge. I just kept picking up different colors. Now, see, I want you to be creative. Let's take a deep breath, relax. Come back and play this again when you're ready with your paints. I tell you every once in a while, if you feel like you're stressing, I want you to take and drop your fingers down by your side and take a little breather. And it's like all the stress tingles right out of your fingertips. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to put this in the water and I fold it in half and stick it down under the water so that this doesn't dry because then it ricks my sponge. Okay, are you liking it yet? Okay, so I'm going to take the yellow, daffodil yellow in the dry sponge and get this yellow. So it's going to look the same unless I come in here and work some white in. Okay, all the way around. So then I'm going to come right here or up here. Let's put it up here. I'm going to push down hard and twist, and then I'm going to tap. Okay, now you can come back. Let me get a paintbrush. You can come back and get a little bit of pink and white, rub it in, magenta and white, when this is all dry, and take this across here a little bit. All right, just a little bit. Or you don't have to, okay? Now this is the fun part. I can't wait to show you. All right, I'm going to put this in the water too, okay? Now, I'm going to take, you can draw this if you want to, but I'm going to just take my licorice and I'm going to do my tops of my palms. And what I want to do is make sure that it's going to miss my sun or my moon, okay? So I'm bringing it out a little bit Okay, that's just showing you where I want to put that. Then I'm going to come here. Okay, now I might even put a little bit of shadow here. Sometimes I put beach along here, beach colors. Okay. Now this is where the ground is. And you'll just see a little bit of shadow. All right. But the water's out there. And you can come in here with a little bit of sputtery waves. This is the rake brush, and I'm just putting a little bit of white. And I just lay this brush down and sputter across here. Okay. Now, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to take my 12 flat into licorice. Okay. Now I start up here and I'm going to touch, and then I'm going to go a little bit heavier. But not too heavy, because this is a small canvas. All right, palms are going to be up there because I don't want it to get big like that, but the fronds are going to help me. Now these trees are close to you. Okay, this is like an all-time favorite. I've used it when I want to do a Try Me class. I use it when I'm working with kids because it's okay. Theirs all turn out different and they're happy. This is close to me right here. This one. Okay, so all right, that's the ground over here. And this is the ground over here. Okay, so I do a little thing where I get a teeny bit of white on here. A little bit. And I also do a little bit of sea oats. Come over here. Okay, now, so that's not too hard so far. Now what I want you to see is that I'm going to pull down like an umbrella. So I don't want to hit my sun. You can, but I like to try to miss it. Upside down umbrella, see that? If you're looking underneath it. Have a fronds down near the palm trunk. Okay, this one I'm going to have one right here. Okay, so there we go. So if you draw that with chalk, it makes it easier for you to see it, okay? Now look, this is, you can see this is not a long class. I'm going to take and I'm going to pick out my rake brush. See this rake brush, look, it's got little, see how the hairs are? There's some short and some long. See how the long ones are? So you're going to pick this up, and I'm going to start down here. I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see. I'm going to slide this and pull. Okay, so here. See, I'm going along here. Okay, so I like to make them longer, but sometimes people get carried away. So that what happens where people mess this up is they make a big bushy palm frond down here at the tip. So if you start big here and then you get to a point, we want a point where you get out here. See the point? So the key is start in here. Oops, I got a lot of paint there. So you can barely touch it on something this small. All right. And it's okay to overlap some over the other. Is that fun? So this takes a little practice, and I'm going to slow down and show you something right here. No, I'm not going to show you right there. I'm going to get a better spot. Okay. So let's go right here. So what's going to happen, see that frond? I'm going to slide down the frond and drop it. Slide, drop, and slide. So okay, and it looks good to have fronds that hang by the trunk. People tend not to do that when they first start painting because they are worried about them crossing over each other. And they're worried about it touching the trunk. But see, it looks more natural when they're hanging down also. Now when I do green, you can do the same thing I did, but make this during the day and do green palm fronds. So you do one across like this, then you pick up more paint, a lighter, darker green, and you cross across again. Okay. And then what you do, see this right here? I go back here and smooth this out, smooth that out. All right. Here we go. So that was just a fun little project I wanted to inspire you with. And this is great for the kids. You can also highlight a little bit darker here and a little bit darker on the yellow edge. But just pick out colors, any colors, let them have fun. Put in some neon pink in, put some darker blues in here, and you will have a fun little painting. I even do these on greeting cards. So I can do a fun card and give it to somebody. And I can also come along here. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't make it. Oh, this is the wrong brush. Let me wipe this off. Okay, I'm going to come here and do just a few little sea oats. Are you relaxing? It's all about relaxing and painting with me today. I was going to show you something. What was it? Oh, I did pick up some yellow and white. Zigzag. You don't have to do that part, but you can do any or all of what I'm showing you. But just see the sun shining on it. Okay, guys, till next week, paint some tropical fun. I really appreciate you. Go to One Stroke, ONESTROKE, and pick up any supplies that you would like to do, from brushes to paint, and just have fun with me. All right. Check out my Donna Dewberry's official One Stroke group on Facebook, and I even have Instagram going, so under Donna Dewberry. So check me out. Thank you. See you next time.